you look very brave to me. Would you ask the first question?
If we win the next Ryde Cup game, who would you want to play against in the next round?
Someone down in the pyramid at home would be nice. But yeah, I think that's the beauty of the cup, and any fixture can come up. So yeah, everyone spoke about Worthing away. They've got a hell of a chance of beating Wycombe. I think they'll give them a good game at home. So if we can both get through, then that would be one that everyone would be looking towards. But yeah, I think that's the beauty of it. You never know who you're going to get. It's just nice to be involved in it, and if we can try and galvanise the city by a little cup run, that'd be amazing.
What happens when a player gets injured? I know they do a free kick, but what's after?
What in terms of, yeah, we obviously, the physio will go on and report back to us whether he can stay on or not. We're already sort of like thinking, if they're down for a bit of any length of time, what the substitution might be if we have to make one. And then, yeah, if they're okay, then we just monitor them for the next bit. And then in terms of what happens for the free kick, I'm glad the boys decided to come up with their own routine that we scored from for the winner, to be honest. So yeah, try and let them come up with their own, whatever we've got to give them a couple of ideas, but ultimately it's up to them and how they feel. If Alex Hunt feels like putting one in the top corner, then we leave it to him. If Dan Batty wants to set it to Alex so he can cross it, then we leave it over to him. So yeah, it's a lot guided by the players, really.
What made you want to manage Wycombe?
Just the opportunity to be full-time, working with players on a day-to-day basis. And for me, I sort of grew up knowing York as like a football league club. And that's the challenge, and I thought it was an unreal challenge. I thought it was a step up in terms of my career, and just felt ready to take on the role of a big club. And I'm so happy that I got the backing from all my family and everyone to move a long way from home. But yeah, so far so good, and wouldn't change it for the world. So I think moving my family out of the southeast and then to come up north will do them a world of good. And like I say, the people up here are nothing but nice people, so polite and want to speak to you, and it's a bit different down south sometimes.
What's your daily routine as a manager like?
Good question. We've got into a good routine, believe it or not, me, a few of the coaching staff, we go to the gym at Rocco first thing in the morning, get a little bit of a sweat on, and then we go to the training ground, have a bit of breakfast, and then we spend about an hour preparing what the session might look like. So we obviously get the feedback from the physio. He goes through what players might train and what players need to have a lighter session or whatever, and then yeah, put a session plan together. I've already got a little bit in my head, like the night before I'll be thinking about what the session might look like, and then go through it with the rest of the coaching staff, and yeah, come up with what it looks like really, and then go and deliver the session. We get our food delivered into the training ground, so as soon as we see the white van pull up with the food, we don't hang about too long after that. We finish the session and we get in there. Dave does some unbelievable food for us. Sausage and mash today was spot on, with a bit of gravy because we're up north, so beautiful it was. And then yeah, it's any sort of bits like this we got to do in the afternoon, and then home with the family, give them all of 10 minutes and then focus on football again really, whether that's watching, whether that's I take my son, he trains at Leeds, so I take him there training 3 times a week. Don't quite go to cheerleading with my daughter, but but I've got to do that soon. Spend a bit of time with the family in the evening, but then, watching football. Obviously, my son, I think, is on the bench tonight in the Carabao Cup against Liverpool, so we've got a gala dinner, so I'll have that on my phone whilst I'm having my dinner at the same time. But all focused around football. It's hard. Lots getting made of the Man United manager, because I think he said about having a bit of more time, likes to spend time with his family. So that's about getting that balance right, really. The last thing you want is when you're sat around a dinner table and your kids are asking you questions, not to give them your full focus. So try to do that and be a dad, but at the same time, often my mind's on being a manager as well. So, and they know that as well. They know I zone out sometimes, and I could be watching a session on my phone and 3 of them were asking me something, Dad, the other day, and I was just, what, did you say something? So just trying to get that balance right, but yeah, absolutely love it, and we're all football mad, so it helps.
Did you always want to become like a professional manager for a football team?
Not really. I sort of grew up from about 10 or 11. My dad was a manager of a non-league team, so I'd go with him, follow like his sessions and stuff like that, and then obviously got to be a player, but my career finished early, and didn't really know what I was going to do. I was 26, all I wanted to do was be a footballer, put all my focus into being a professional footballer, and then had to rethink about what my next sort of career path was. I'd done bricklaying at part of my scholarship, but I'd have to start at the bottom, and managed to get into football coaching, found a real passion for it. I thought, this is definitely something I want to pursue, and I was lucky I got my first manager's job at 28 and not really looked back since, and probably gone the other way where I've managed every level at non-league now, which is something I'm really proud of and want to continue, hopefully take that all the way to the Premier League and be the first manager to make all the steps. Got a long way to go. But still relatively young, believe it or not, for a managerial career. So.
If other teams call, will he stay the manager of York City?
Good, yeah. Don't ask that one. No, obviously, very, very happy where I am. Obviously, I am ambitious. I want to move up the leagues, but I don't feel like an immediate rush. I think when you first get your manager job at 28, you want to be in the Premier League by the time you're 30. Whereas now I feel like I'm learning, developing all the time, and as long as that keeps happening, I feel I'm in the right place, and I definitely feel I'm at a club that I can move up the levels with, and that's something at this stage I'm hoping to do more than anything. So yeah, I love to be at York a long time, and hopefully both of our careers can move up the ladder together.
Should have recorded that answer.
So Man United haven't come knocking us. Still waiting.
What's your favourite post-match meal?
Post-match meal? Oh, we've changed it a bit. It used to be like pasta, but to be honest, I was getting a bit bored with pasta, so we have pizza every now and again. We have some fish and chips if we're at like Southend, which is close to the seaside, and we try to mix it up and have fish and chips. Post-match, I think it's one of the times where you can get, especially if the lads have played 90 minutes, they can have a little treat after a game. So they like to often have like a can of Coke with some pizza. So, you know, it's probably the best time. So after you play a game, the best time to probably go for a McDonald's is after a game, not before. Okay? But yeah, we try to mix it up a bit, so it's not always pasta after a game, because I think it can get a bit boring for the players as well, and us staff don't like pasta all the time after the game. So yeah, we mix it up: pizza, fish and chips. Obviously, sometimes we do have pasta. If we're playing on a Saturday, we've got a game on the Tuesday, then we probably have pasta. If there's Saturday to Saturday and we go away, then probably pizza or fish and chips or something.
If you do manage another team, what team do you think you're going to manage?
Oh no! Listen, I don't want to go nowhere. I want to stay here. Honestly, it's not something I think about really. You know, my team that I say I support, I don't really support. I say I follow them. Is Millwall, but could I see myself ever being a Millwall manager? No, because they don't play my style. They don't like you to play football at the back. They like you to get it forward and press and keep it in the opponent's half. So it's not something I think about too much. Obviously, I've got a big affiliation with Brighton, and that would be an unbelievable dream, but I'm a million miles away from that yet. I want to just keep on learning and progressing where I am, and I think all the time we're up this end of the table and we keep on progressing as a club, then I don't see any reason to want to move.
Guys, that was awesome. Well done.
Yeah, nice one.
Feedback from you, lovely people in the media. How did they do with the questions?
Very good.
Very good.
Okay, yeah.
Best ones.
Yeah.
I've got loads of follow-ups actually.
No, yeah, nice one. Done really well.
Great, thank you.
Good, yeah.